Welcome to this edition of Mayor's Report Pleasanton. I'm your host, Dr. Marshall Kamena. Joining me today is Councilmember Craig Eicher from the City of Pleasanton. And gosh, I'm certainly honored to have you here today. You have such a nice reputation and history with Pleasanton. It's my pleasure.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate being here.
As a very first question, may I ask this? What topics would you like to cover today in Mayor's Choice? These would be things of your choice.
Okay, well, one project that the city's been making great progress on recently is the Valley Avenue Soundwall repairs project between Santa Rita Road and Hopyard Road. Many residents drive by these walls every day, but what most people don't realize is that some of the original structural supports for those sound walls were starting to rot, and so the city has come in and found a way to add in additional support to those walls so they can get to the remaining life out of them, as opposed to a full replacement which would have cost almost 3 times the amount that they're spending on the repairs.
How did you come to find out about it?
I'm not sure about that. I know that staff monitors those things constantly, so they're paying attention to it. Rather than replacing the walls entirely, the city developed a solution that reinforces and extends the life of the existing sound walls in a much cost-effective and less disruptive way. The project includes the installation of more than 1,200 new steel posts, and they're designed to restore the structural integrity and stabilize the existing walls. And a benefit of this approach is that the work can be completed without real impacts to the adjacent residential backyards, which would require a full wall replacement. The construction began in late 2025, and temporary bracing was installed to safely support the walls while the new reinforcement system was put in place. And the city's pleased to report that more than 90% of the work is now complete, and the project remains on schedule, and construction is expected to wrap up in the next couple weeks.
Really?
Yes.
Well, boy, this is right off the press.
Yes, it is. It's a great example of the city's ongoing commitment to maintaining existing infrastructure and making smart investments that protect our community assets over the long term.
It's important.
It is very important.
And you've been around long enough to see that.
Yes, I have.
I'd like to skip to the hotel tax. May I do that?
Yes, you may.
The council has been discussing adding a hotel tax to the ballot. What's the current status, and what would the tax hopefully provide the city in revenue?
So on July 7th, the Pleasanton City Council voted unanimously to place a hotel tax measure before the voters on November 3rd, which is coming up.
Sure is.
If approved by the voters, the measure would increase Pleasanton's transit occupancy tax, or otherwise known as TOT, in 2 phases. The first phase would increase the rate from 8 to 10% beginning in 2027, generating an estimated additional $1.4 million annually. The second phase would increase the rate from 10 to 12% beginning in 2028, generating an additional $2.8 million annually as compared to today's rate. Pleasanton's current hotel tax rate remains at 8% and has not been changed since 1983. Really? So we've gone about 43 years with 0 increase in our hotel property tax. Neighboring communities currently have a hotel tax ranging from 10 to 14%. Currently, Livermore and Dublin, their hotel tax is also at 8%, and both of them are exploring the possibility of increasing theirs to match the rest of Alameda County, or at least to be in that same percentile. The hotel tax is paid primarily by overnight visitors staying in Pleasanton hotels and motels. Earlier this year, the city conducted community outreach and did a statistically valid flash vote survey to better understand residents and commercial entities' perspective on doing the hotel tax. Residents identified priorities such as public safety, parks, recreation, local businesses, streets, sidewalks, and maintaining community appearances, and the quality of life in Pleasanton. Because the measure is structured as a general tax, it requires approval of a simple majority of the voters to pass, which is 50 plus 1%.
While that's happening, are there any amendments that can be done to the physical structure
For
the hotel?
I'm not sure I understand your question.
I thought this was going to be going to the voters to just, or has it already been at to the vote and it's already been decided about the changes?
It has not been to the voters yet. It will go on November 3rd. So the voters will get to decide whether or not that tax is going to be implemented in regards to hotels. If approved, the revenue coming from the HO tax will go into the city's general fund and could be used to support services such as public safety, infrastructure maintenance, parks, recreation, and other community priorities. The measure is intended to help address the city's long-term structural budget challenges while utilizing a revenue source that is largely funded by visitors rather than our residents. So it's a low impact, financial impact to our residents, which is really what we were intending to do.
It sounds like you're supporting it.
I am supporting it. The measure itself, I think, actually helps diversify our revenue structure, as opposed to being predominantly reliant on sales tax and property tax. Getting our hotel tax up a little bit more helps offset that, so when we do have shortages in those other areas, this does help supplement what that looks like, because the three of those revenue sources really kind of counterbalance each other as we move forward. And it's important to have a diversified group of revenue sources as you move, as we progress to get out of our structural deficit.
Well, but seeing the way it is for quite some time, who was the person who brought up the idea?
I'm not sure.
Was it staff?
I know there were a variety of different discussions, both at the council level, from individual council members. Staff has been looking for new revenue sources to help us mitigate some of the structural deficit that we have. So it has been a general conversation as we move forward. And ultimately, the decision as to whether we're going to proceed with increasing the TOT rests with the Pleasanton voters.
And that's a transient occupancy tax.
Yes. So it's in their court. They get to decide whether or not we're going to do this and whether this is going to benefit our community or not.
Well, I'll be anxious to see the outcome, won't you?
I am too. I'm very excited about seeing where this goes.
Let me proceed with regard to fire prevention. Now, the city's been working with the Livermore Pleasanton Fire Department and the Alameda County Fire Department, the fuel management crew, to reduce wildfire risks. Could you tell us about the project and the $1 million grant that's supporting us? And also, May is Wildfire Prevention Month, and the department has a few tips to stay safe. And I wonder if you might add what some of those are.
Absolutely. Wildfire preparedness and prevention continue to be an important priority for Pleasanton, particularly because of our proximity to open spaces and wildland-urban interface. The city recently launched the Augustine Bernal Fuel Reduction Project, a proactive effort designed to reduce wildfire risk in and around Augustine Bernal Park and the surrounding neighborhoods. This important work is being funded through a $1 million grant that was awarded by CAL FIRE, allowing the city to make significant investments in wildfire mitigation without relying solely on local resources.
That's quite a grant, isn't it?
That's a heck of a grant. And we're very fortunate to have been selected to get that grant. The project is a collaborative effort between the City of Pleasanton, the Livermore Pleasanton Fire Department, and the Alameda County Fire Department Fuel Management Crew. Fuel reduction work includes strategically removing hazardous vegetation and reducing fuel loads in areas where wildland fires have potential to spread quickly. These efforts help firefighters by creating safer conditions for suppression activities and reducing fire intensity and slowing the spread of flames towards homes and neighborhoods. An important part of this project is balancing wildfire prevention with environmental stewardship. Work is being carefully planned to minimize the impacts to wildlife habitat and protecting plant species while preserving the natural beauty that residents enjoy in the Augustine Bernal Park. Residents and park visitors may encounter temporary trail closures while the work is underway throughout the summer months. And the city encourages residents to stay informed about the project and learn more about the treatment areas and project maps as the work progresses. Ultimately, projects like this are about taking proactive steps to improve community resilience, reduce wildfire risks before an emergency occurs.
Wow, that's a lot to chew off, isn't it?
That is a lot to chew off, but it's definitely good work on the part of LPFD, and they're stepping in to try to advance prevention before it becomes a problem.
Wonderful idea.
Yeah.
We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back on this edition of Mayor's Report Pleasanton in just a moment. Welcome back to this edition of Mayor's Report Pleasanton. We are here talking with Councilmember Craig Eicher from the City of Pleasanton. On item number 4, I want to ask you, how have the downtown summer events combined pleasure and business been going?
Well, the downtown Pleasanton summer event season has been tremendously successful and continues to be a great example of how community events can both support the quality of life and local businesses at the same time. Events throughout the summer have brought together residents, visitors, families, and businesses in ways that create energy and activity throughout our downtown. Early this summer, Weekends on Main transformed downtown into a vibrant community gathered with live music, classic cars, shopping, dining, family activities, and entertainment. Hot Rod and Country Fest drew a strong attendance and created opportunities for visitors to explore downtown businesses while enjoying unique experience and activities. There was also a tremendous community participation in the inaugural Longest Table event, which brought neighbors and community members and local organizations together around a shared table on Main Street. They had over 1,300 people at the table for the Longest Table event. Events like these help create a sense of community connection and belonging that Pleasanton is known for, while also generating important economic activity for local restaurants, retailers, and our small businesses. Summer traditions such as concerts in the park have continued to bring residents and visitors downtown on Friday evenings throughout the season, creating additional opportunities for people to shop, dine, and explore before the concerts. The community also came together for Pleasanton's annual 4th of July concert and picnic at Lions Wayside Park, where residents gathered to celebrate Independence Day through music, patriotism, and community spirit. This year's event was especially meaningful as it coincided with the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence and brought together community organizations, volunteers, and residents for a wonderful afternoon at Lions Wayside Park. The success of these events reflects a strong partnership between the city, the Pleasanton Downtown Association, local businesses, volunteers, community organizations that help bring them to life each year, and our residents. Ultimately, these events demonstrate that economic development and community building go hand in hand, creating places where people want to get together, spend time, and support their local businesses.
Thank you. Now, you have several new businesses in town. Could you tell us about some of them and start off with the new IKEA?
Absolutely. Pleasanton's business community continues to grow and evolve. It's always exciting to welcome new businesses that provide additional options for residents while strengthening our local economy. One of the newest additions is the IKEA Plan and Order Point with pickup, which recently opened at 5755 Johnson Drive. This isn't your typical or traditional IKEA store with warehouse inventory, shopping carts. Instead, it offers a new concept focused on personalized service, inspiration, and convenience.
How so?
Visitors can explore showroom displays, gather ideas for their homes or small businesses, and work one-on-one with IKEA planning specialists on projects such as kitchens, bathrooms, bedrooms, and small space solutions. Customers can place orders directly through the studio and have products delivered to their homes, while also taking advantage of pickup services for online purchases. Beyond IKEA, we're seeing new investment across a wide range of industries and business types throughout Pleasanton. New additions include Firehouse Subs on Rosewood Drive, Rooted Wellness and Spa on Santa Rita Road, Srivari Pure Indian Food, which adds another exciting dining option to our community, Underpar Golf on Hop Yard Road, and Stay Winning Boutique at the Stone Ridge Shopping Center. Together, these openings reflect the diversity of Pleasanton's business community and the continued interest in Pleasanton as a place to invest and grow with new businesses spanning dining, retail, wellness, and entertainment. And the good news is there are even more businesses preparing to open in the coming months. Ultimately, every new business opening reflects confidence in Pleasanton as a place to invest, grow, and serve our community. And we're excited to continue welcoming new businesses in the months ahead.
August the 4th is National Night Out. Would you please tell us what that is and how can people participate or sign up?
Absolutely. National Night Out is an annual community building event that brings together neighbors and public safety partners to strengthen relationships, promote safety, and celebrate neighborhood pride. In Pleasanton, the event is hosted by the Pleasanton Police Department and has become a wonderful tradition that helps build stronger connections between residents and the officers and staff who serve our community. Throughout the evening, members of the police department visit registered gatherings across the city to meet residents, answer questions, and spend time with neighbors in a relaxed, informal setting. One of the things that makes National Night Out so special is that every neighborhood can make the event their own. Some neighbors host block parties, others organize potlucks, ice cream socials, barbecues, or simple gatherings with their neighbors. The goal is really about bringing people together, meeting the neighbors who live nearby, and strengthening the sense of community that makes Pleasanton so special. Strong neighborhoods and strong community connections are an important part of public safety and community resilience. Residents interested in participating are encouraged to register their neighborhood gathering in advance so the police department can make sure they are able to plan a visit to your neighborhood. Registration is now open for this year's event, which takes place on Tuesday, August 4th. Residents can find registration information on the city's website by visiting the police department's crime prevention page at cityofpleasantonca.gov. Whether you're hosting a block party or simply gathering a few neighbors, we encourage residents to participate and be part of this great neighborhood tradition. National Night Out is a reminder that public safety is a shared responsibility and that strong neighborhoods help create a stronger community for everybody.
But boy, it's been well planned, and so I'm looking forward to it always being quite a success.
Yes, it's been a remarkable tradition for our police department and our community.
I bet you're proud of it.
I'm very proud of it, and every year it just continues to grow, which is fabulous.
Would you tell us about any other events you'd like our audience to know about?
Yes, as we look ahead to the rest of the summer, There's still plenty of opportunity for residents to get involved and enjoy everything Pleasanton has to offer. As we discussed earlier, National Night Out is coming up on August 4th and is a wonderful opportunity for neighbors to connect with one another and with our public safety partners while celebrating community pride and neighborhood spirit. Another summer tradition that continues to bring residents and visitors together is the Pleasanton Downtown Association's Concerts in the Park series at Lions Wayside Park.
Aren't you proud of that?
Very proud of that.
Yes.
And that's a tradition that's been going back, what, 30 years now?
Yeah, when I was a child.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while. The free concerts take place every Friday evening from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. and will continue through August 28th. The series has been another tremendous success this summer, bringing families, friends, and visitors downtown to enjoy live music in one of Pleasanton's most iconic community gathering spaces. There are still some fantastic performances remaining this season, making a great opportunity for residents to enjoy an evening outdoor and experience downtown Pleasanton during the summer months. Concert goers are encouraged to come early, enjoy dinner downtown, explore local shops, make an evening of it with family and friends, and residents can find a full concert lineup and additional event information at pleasantondowntown.net. When my kids were young, we used to take the kids down there every Friday for concerts at the park, and we would actually order takeout pizza and have pizza delivered to the park, and we'd take one of those bike flags and stake it in the ground so they knew how to find us.
I poached from Livermore and attended and did the same thing.
But it's a great event and a great way to meet your neighbors and your community members, and I thoroughly encourage folks to attend and enjoy the offerings that our community has.
Well, my hat's off to you, and I just can't imagine any nicer area than the Tri-Valley that we've got, and boy, you bring it right into focus, and I want to thank you profusely, and thank you for updating us. I'm Dr. Marshall Kamena. Join us for the next episode of Mayor's Report Pleasanton right here on Tri-Valley TV. Thank you for watching us.